plays games with Jay. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I come for you? Nagito, Nagito. Everyone's life depends on you. Whether or not you save them is up to you. Now then, I wonder how this is going to end. Will the traitor's identity finally be revealed?
And with that, the video ended. The traitor's student's handbook?
So that's it. This is also a trap to weed out the traitor.
Is there seriously a traitor? If there is, they should have come forward already. I mean, their life is in danger too, you know?
That's true, but...
Stop whining and complaining. We should do it one at a time.
Don't be stupid. What if someone besides the traitor uses their handbook? It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket, and without hesitation, swiped the card reader. Bzzz. Looks like he was wrong. Who's next? Whoa, what are you doing? If you make a mistake, the bombs might blow up. But they didn't. That's just the fluke. Don't act so careless in a situation like this. I love Chiaki.
Yeah. Well, I guess Chiaki's not the traitor. I don't think the traitor would have swiped their handbook right away like she did. So what are we gonna do? Who wants to try next?
Like I said, don't act so careless. Swiping the wrong card might be safe, but only once, you know?
Hey, what happened?
Nothing. I might just be overthinking it, but the engine somehow sounds. Just then, Kazuichi's face turned pale and he rushed over to the truck. And then, as he tilted his head toward the engine, he suddenly shouted, "It's out of gas!"
Well, what did you say? Huh? Well, what's gonna happen if there's no gas?
I already told you, it's gonna blow! But isn't it too soon? I mean, there's still some time until noon. Did Nagito miscalculate?
Miscalculate?
If you're gonna send yourself, at least get your calculations right, damn it.
At least Monokuma knows how to keep a schedule. Hey, can we do anything about it? Is there something we can do?
Yeah, there's only one thing we can do.
What is it? What do we have to do?
Pray.
What? Are you fucking serious? Then we should run.
With those words, we started sprinting away. And that's when it happened.
It is all right. It is not a bomb.
Huh? All of a sudden, the inside of the factory began overflowing with dazzling light.
What the hell is this?
Looks like they're fireworks.
Na, 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 na.
Fireworks?
You won the game. Na, 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 na,
While we stood there
na.
dumbfounded, the fireworks slowly decreased their intensity. And eventually...
When you wish upon a star.
This means... It wasn't a bomb?
What the heck? I mean, Nagito said... So, it is just as I thought.
As you thought? Hey everyone, look over there. The laptop. It looks like it's playing another video. Is it Nagito again? We immediately rushed over to the laptop.
So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. Damn it, so it was all a bluff.
Then, what was the bomb he detonated at the hotel? Nagito went to the octagon inside the funhouse, right?
Is that where he got that bomb?
But it definitely wasn't strong enough to blow up an island. Nagito was lying about that.
Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly?
No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why do you have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. Let's think about that after we watch the whole thing. You're right. So how did it... Wait.
I guess I'll do it. So how did it go? Did the traitor come forward?
No, but it says...
That is weird.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, well, I'd say they didn't, right? So then, which is it? It'd make me very happy if you guys could tell me. I'll be at the warehouse next door waiting for your answer. My name's not a fucking Hajime Hinata.
Yeah.
And then we'll compare our answers, and I'll let you know who the traitor really is. See you later.
The warehouse next door? Everyone's like, Hajime, why did you like dub over the video? And then like
It's called Nagito dubbed over.
Nagito dubbed over. That's where Nagito is?
This time I'll make sure to beat the crap out of him.
Then I'll deliver the final blow and smash his head with a wrench.
You bastards, what are you saying? You guys can just beat the shit out of him because I'm the one who's gonna fucking kill him.
You guys, you've totally flipped your lids. Now's not the time. Oh, now's not the time to be calm. We need to stop them.
You seemed a little calm at the beginning there. You are right. Let us make haste.
I love everyone's like, I'm gonna fucking murder this guy. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat the crap out of him. Hey, I totally know how you feel, but calm down.
Shut up.
Huh? Everyone's feet came to a grinding halt. Their red, angry faces instantly transformed into a look of caution. Akane, what is it?
Can you hear something? It's coming from the other side of this door.
The other side of this door? As I listened carefully, I could make out a soft sound coming from the inside of the warehouse. Music?
What's he planning? Is this another one of Nagito's traps?
Maybe the moment we open the door, a real bomb is gonna go kaboom.
All right, let's open it and we find out. Please do not, Akane. It is dangerous. It's fine. I'll open it slowly.
No, that's not the problem.
Fine. Really slowly. Seriously, it'll be fine.
With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter.
Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'd be fine? Just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly?
Akane ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Bam! Ah, it's gonna blow up! Instinctively, we tensed our bodies and braced ourselves. But
Huh? What's this?
what happened?
Look inside.
It sure is dark. Looks like there aren't any lights on. Is Nagito really in here? The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. This track, oh my god. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume.
Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music.
And as if on cue, it suddenly started. Huh? It's on fire! A fearsome blaze suddenly began dancing inside the dark warehouse, like fiery wings spreading before us.
Whoa, what's going on? For now, we must extinguish these flames. Let us hurry and put them out.
How are we supposed to put this fire out?
There should be fire extinguishing supplies inside the factory break room. Perhaps we should use those? Got it. Let's head to the break room.
After listening to Sonia, we ran to the factory. The break room is here, right? Where are the fire extinguishing supplies? A huge supply of lined up plastic bottles. It looks like there's some kind of liquid inside them.
You found it. Those are fire grenades.
Fire grenades? They're basic fire extinguishing goods. When you throw them at a fire, the container breaks and the chemicals inside puts out the fire.
But this is strange. The last time I peeked inside this place, I recall seeing other fire extinguishing supplies too. There should be plenty. Let's hurry up and go back to the warehouse.
We grabbed all the fire grenades and rushed back to the warehouse. Make sure you don't get too close to the fire. It's dangerous.
Take care not to inhale the smoke as well. We should throw the grenades from the door at the same time. Looks like the curtain in the bag is burning up. I just have to aim for that, right? All right, let's go.
We aimed for the curtain in the back and threw all the fire grenades one after the other. But
Hey, is it just me, or does it feel like the fire's not going out at all?
the curtain absorbed the impact of the thrown grenades, which fell on the floor and shattered. They were completely ineffective at extinguishing the burning curtain.
Does it not seem like the fire is intensifying? If the fire continues to rise, it will inflame the ceiling. This is bad. We've already used up all the fire grenades. What are we gonna do? All we can do now is pray for rain.
Don't be stupid. There's no way it'll conveniently start raining if we pray for it. It's raining?
So this is the power of the Japanese Teru Teru Bozu.
That's not it. It looks like the sprinkler's activated. Oh, the sprinklers. They must have detected the smoke and turned it on. Water continued to vigorously pour out of the sprinklers. And after a while, the fire in the warehouse was completely extinguished. Looks like the fire is out.
That is a relief.
The hell? Ah! Man, my merch is drenched. It got splattered with water. Now it's soaked. It's so wet.
Hey, is it okay to look inside now?
Huh? Ah, time out. You cannot. No way.
Why? Can't we go inside?
Smoke and hazardous gas are still spread throughout the warehouse, so it's gotta ventilate for a while.
Well, I guess you're right. It'd be a problem if we breathed in any lingering smoke.
So, for the sake of your health, please wait for just a little while. While you're waiting, why don't you check out the Monokuma Theater I freshly prepared?
Oh, is this the first time, like,
Yeah. Like, what is this? No,
Yeah.
Oh my god. He made him dress up as Monokumas too.
Yeah.
Everything is a lie. Monokuma doesn't exist. The Monokuma Theater doesn't exist. Everything is fiction. There's no meaning whatsoever. There's no relationship whatsoever. Everything was made. Monokuma can't be found anywhere. What are you doing here anyway?
Oh, is this kind of performance art shit?
Yeah.
Get the shit off of me.
Yes, now that the Monokuma Theater is over, I'm sure it's finished ventilating by now. Also, I'm finally starting to feel better. Just because my important merch was ruined doesn't mean I just should be depressed about it forever. Whenever I feel depressed, I always ask myself this question. Why are your eyes on the front? So we can move forward.
Why are your eyes on front, Master One? So we can move forward.
Don't be sad about what's already happened and be positive.
We get it already. Enough with your bullshit.
Okay, I'll leave the rest to you guys. Ah, I turned on the light for you guys too. You might hurt yourself if it's dark. Now, go ahead. Go right ahead. Ahead.
Is Nagito inside? He said he was in his video message, but he probably escaped by now.
There was so much fire and smoke. And I thought I'd finally get to beat the crap out of him this time.
Well, why don't we go inside and see how it's doing? Hajime? What happened? Well, nothing happened, but I don't know why. My heart is racing. It won't settle down. I'm scared. As if an intense malice is about to stab me. Stab me through my whole body. And I can't even budge. It feels like everything was too late. Why do I feel this anxious? Anyway, let's go inside. A charred odor permeated throughout the warehouse, and the air was so heavy that it was hard to breathe. The moment I set foot inside the warehouse, a mixture of bewilderment, anxiety, and fear overtook me at once.
Something smells.
It's not me.
I am terribly sorry.
Oh, Miss Sonia, say it ain't so.
I farted a big one. No, not that. It's like a smell I've never smelled before. Well, it makes sense that there are strange smells when a bunch of different things were burned.
Hey everyone, did you know that about that curtain? You mean the curtain that was on fire, right? What do you mean no? I didn't notice it until the curtain was burning, but there's space on the other side of it too. When I looked where Chiaki was pointing, there was still space beyond the burned and tattered curtain. Can I... Oh, okay. I was like, what do I... Oh, no.
What a mess. Well, I don't feel that sorry about it since the only things that got burned were Monokuma merch.
I walked toward the burned, tattered curtain with slow, methodical steps. I never experienced such an impressive atmosphere before, and I couldn't help holding my breath. And then, on the other side of the curtain, I saw the true source of the intense malice that I had been feeling. Huh? Oh! Oh! Yo, this is fucked up. I had no idea what I was looking at. By the time I realized, I was looking at the remains of Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. Time had already stopped. Interesting. Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Nagito is dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet. Whoa, what? Ah!
Ah! What's going on here? Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? I mean, it's Nagito, you know?
That's right, it's Nagito. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why... I can't believe it. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito's body like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. But even something as small as that...
A body has been discovered. Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin.
The body discovery announcement? Then it's for real. Nagito is really dead?
It's not that she's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made, does that mean Nagito was killed? Killed? Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? One of us killed Nagito? One of us killed him so brutally? Then, it's gonna start again? Huh? The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then...
Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is. No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right? Then the time for action is now. So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma
Hold it right there.
What? Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out my Monokuma file in such a cool way. Out my ass.
Shut up. I can't stand this anymore. How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? No more. I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions. Say something.
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monomi.
Oh, no.
You just now noticed?
Anyway, Monomi, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first?
Huh?
What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. What? No fair! You're shutting up too!
Enough already. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please, do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Anyway, let's begin. But...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't prevent it. I know. That's the only way we can survive, right?
Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monami.
Don't fuck with me. We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip? Don't worry, the end is near.
Huh? The end?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? Or a cow that's about to become beef.
Oh, what was that?
Nothing. The meaning behind the Monokuma timer. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh?
When the timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what will happen to us?
The killing school trip will be over.
If this will finally be over, does that mean we can go home?
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again, alright, the Monokuma file. You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword at all. Okay, do your best.
Hold on. I won't let you escape this time. Wait right there.
What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right?
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here. Let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home. It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito.
There's a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? No, it wasn't just that. There's something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me. Whoa, this track. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed.
Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file?
Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach there are multiple wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for.
Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me worried than I should be. More worried than I should be.
We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first. If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss.
Well, I guess you're right. Then, let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinkler that much. Thanks to that, I can probably investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably the fire grenades. Okay. Yeah. Those fire grenades we used. Okay. They were not very useful. Okay. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Monokuma's dead? There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey.
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding, I'm not dead.
Is this one of those life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
Well, what are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
I had nothing to do with that.
Huh?
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Mon Ami, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know.
I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident.
Joker's trick.
Let's see. What is that? A lighter? Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm. Is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire. Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. So using that, the curtain was set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire.
They caused a fire to destroy the evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set a fire to their crime scene, but... Now we look at the body. Never expected Nagito to die like this. He's always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times that we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No. Now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of the rope's burned off. Could this be the result of a fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the blaze, by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel?
This knife, it must be from the military base.
Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife. By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by the same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand?
And then they finished him off with the spear. How cruel.
Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it?
A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Both Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, but they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him.
Torture?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing.
Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito, refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that.
But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right have been stab wounds, but this wound looks like it was a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to the other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere. There's something strange. Strange? What? Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from where his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't that blood spatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but... So there's something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand... There's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right. Why is it only this part? See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure. You win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? He must have been in great pain. He clearly had his agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help? Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. In one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing? It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here. Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... That's no use. She's not listening. Hey, about that blood splatter on his face? There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that? This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is there something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it.
All right. Well, maybe next time we'll look at the spear and some other parts of this gruesome crime scene. See ya.